Well, all right. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Double Crossed. I'm your host, Dan, at 2 inches short from the internet. This is my co-host, Dave, at Golf and Jokes from the internet. Dave, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, man. What about you?
I'm doing all right. Happy to talk about some golf with you, because we had some stuff go down on the PGA Tour. A win in Japan for a countryman, so that'll be good. And we got a bunch of other tour news that we want to get into, a couple news stories we saw, and just welcome everybody. Welcome back to Double Crossed. So let's go this week on tour. Dave, Hideki Matsuyama wins the Zozo Championship.
My pick.
Wins by five. Got to give you credit. Dave called it. You could go back to last episode. He was the winning pick. Dave, congratulations. You win a point on our fake tally that I don't even know if we keep track of. So, but yeah, so Hideki wins by 5. If you're looking at the final scoreboard, like Dave woke up to the scoreboard, it was much closer than what the final score was, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was watching it. I fell asleep maybe after 14 or 15 total, I can't remember, and he was up by, I want to say 2 at that point, but it was super tight, or maybe 1 at that point, I can't remember. But like, if you were watching it by like the 10th hole, Tringali had like a 1-shot lead, and he was just playing solid. Like, he couldn't miss a drive. And did you watch any of it? I
to be honest with you, I fell asleep most of the coverage. I might have made the first 2 holes of coverage.
Yeah, Tringali and Hideki are probably the 2 guys that when they hit a shot, you have no idea how it's going to turn out, because their follow through is like they hit the worst shot of life.
They just give up on it.
It's perfect shot down the middle. Like, especially Tringali. Like, I was watching, like, all right, perfect. He's in the trees, this shot. Middle of the fairway. He's weirdest thing watching his shots. His reactions after hitting the ball.
Well, Hideki is,
he does that too.
King of that. He's like king of that.
But to me, Tringali was even worse.
Oh man. Well, I do know. I mean, I saw, Hideki, when Hideki takes his hand off the club, chances are it's like 5 feet. You know what I mean? It's a telling sign. It's funny because it doesn't make any sense, but it must be nice that's your miss. Probably didn't hit it exactly how you wanted to. But
I woke up, as he said, and I saw a 5-shot lead, and I'm like, oh wow, but it was not that close at all, minus the last few holes, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, because like you were saying, Tringali was up at on the back 9, and Hideki made 4 birdies and an eagle, right? Where Tringali made 2 bogeys on 17 and 18. Yeah. That eagle, Hideki almost stuffed on 18 with a 3-wood from 260, 250 something. It was, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hilarious how easy eagles are for these guys. I mean, Hideki made 2 just yesterday, on Sunday.
And you know what? It's a pretty tough course. It's like, I mean, the scores weren't that low. Yeah, and I mean, on the second round, I believe it was freezing cold and rain. The scores were brutal that day. Yeah,
because it's actually interesting because you got Hideki at 15 under, then Brendan Steele and Tringali at 10 under, and then you had your boy Mac Hughes, and Matt Wallace, Seabass, Munoz, and just
couldn't really do much all week.
It was like 6 under, it was 6 under, 10 under, 15 under. Like that's where, and then a bunch of 500s, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk Colin. I mean, every week Colin plays, it's almost like we have to talk about him. So he has moved up in the rankings. We will talk about that in a little bit. Have to keep talking. Hideki here wins in Japan. I mean, caps off a crazy good year winning the Masters. I mean, he's like legitimately got to be one of the biggest sports superstars, maybe superstars coming out of Japan right now, right? Like Japan is,
I mean, I'm sure in Tokyo he's a god,
right? To win, it's a big deal for that. And you know what? He's The only other person to win that event is Tiger. That event at that venue. That
And Hideki was second that year, so obviously he loves the course
and he said he didn't even have like his best stuff. Like he was like, at a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 1. But he was like, I was at home and I wanted to perform and, you know, play in front of my fans. And it's crazy when you might not feel the best, which is probably why he took his hand off of almost every single shot, like you were saying. And but at the same time, it doesn't matter how you feel. It's just a matter of putting it together when it matters, you know. And I think that it's a great example of winning when you don't have your best stuff. And Hideki winning when he says he doesn't have his best stuff, you know, with all that pressure that he's got. I mean, this guy, he's 29 right now. He's got, did want to say he's got 7. That's his 7th PGA Tour win, including the Masters. Got 8 wins on the Japanese Tour. Moves up to 12th in the world rankings. Pretty incredible. I mean, you know, it was a little bit of a disappointment at the Tokyo Games, you know, but at the same time, I mean, to win in front of your fans, I mean, that's got to be. You get one tournament if you're lucky a year out there. You know, and to be there at the end and to nab that victory. Meanwhile, Cameron Tringali, by the way, do you get this?
He has the longest streak.
Yeah, 314 career starts of no wins. But get this, I got it written down here. Adds to his lead as the biggest tour earner without a win. He's up over $15.5 million in his career.
Must be nice.
Oh, dude, what a life. I mean, you know, and it's kind of nice, you know, if you saw Cameron Tringali walking down the street, like, would you know who he is? I don't know. I mean, must be nice to be a millionaire and not have to be, you know, having to sign autographs or take pictures or just a you know, relatively anonymous lifestyle. And you were making bank and playing the game you love. I mean, I'm sure he wants to win, don't get me wrong, but absolutely. Like at the same time, I mean, I would take it. I would take 15 mil, no wins, but I think he's runner up 4 times. And I mean, you know, like we say it every fucking week. Winning on the PGA Tour is just hard.
Yeah, he might very well go his whole career without getting a win, and he'll be racking up over 30, 40 mil probably.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome without anyone knowing him. But yeah, I had to throw that. Hideki again. What a win. I mean, it's a you know, win counts again. FedEx Cup points. Purse was like $10 million. I think he won like 1.8 something. You know, it was a big purse for a limited field. Again, we'll get into that in a little bit. Do want to talk about Colin Morikawa, like we were saying, finishes 7th, moves up to number 2 in the world rankings now. I was reading something or listening to something that said like he's only been like in the top, I don't know, 5 in strokes gained putting, like only like 6 times in his career, and 3 of those he's won. So like, I mean, this guy, 2 in the world, and we're talking about just being a semi-consistent putter. He's going to be number 1 in the world eventually, right?
I think so. And I mean, he also had a first happen this week. I don't know if you heard. First time shanking the shot.
Tell the people. Yeah. Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
It was on right? I didn't see a video of it.
I never saw it, but
he did. He did. He was like, you know what? And he got asked. Did he get asked about it, or he just talked about it in his like post round interview? It was just like, you know, I did a first in my career, exactly like you said. I hit a shank, and is there any better way? Is there any better way to handle that situation than to own what you did?
I mean, you have to own. I mean, it's golf. It happens. You just gotta laugh it off. You know, I guarantee
second best player in the world hitting it off.
I guarantee every single tour pro has shanked it at least once during competition.
Mm-hmm. And some more than once.
Oh, like Ian Poulter every year, it's a thing.
Webb
too, yeah.
But again, these guys, it happens. Golf is fucking hard. It's just hard to hit a ball every single time perfect, and we don't hit a shot perfect every time, and that doesn't mean that that shot is necessarily bad. I'm sure Colin somehow got that up and down, saved some sort of, par or bogey. But I just, just something to really put in perspective. I think we just like expect to hit every shot perfect, and it's like not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And so like get rid of those expectations. And but Colin, to come out, own that, and that's a big deal. I mean, you're a top player in the world. You have some of the best you basically the best iron player since Tiger statistically. And and even the best happens. I mean, again, Tiger, even, Jack, everyone goes through things and hit shots. And when that happens, that wasn't me who hit that. We're moving on. But Colin gets to world number 2. I mean, sky's the limit for this kid. I'm excited for him because
I can see, him and Rom hanging around, switching each other.
How old is Rom?
Back and forth. He's maybe early 30s. He's getting right into his prime. He's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah. Well, Colin's only 24. Yeah. So yeah. So world number 2. I mean, I don't know. You want to throw a time I think Colin might be number one in the world by the Masters.
Could very well be. I don't know how many points. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many points.
I'm gonna look. I got it up right now. Average points.
It can't be that much. I can't see Rom being up by that much.
Average points. Rom's at 9.9 and Colin's at 8.4.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like one event it could switch.
Technically. So yeah, I don't know. I'm saying by the Masters or after he wins the Masters.
He could very well. That's a good course for him. If he can putt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a second shot golf course, and Colin is just it's fucking. I'm so happy we get to watch someone who can handle an iron like Tiger could. It sounds crazy to say, but like I'm not saying they're the same player. Again, Dave, you're looking at me like I'm.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying. All right. All right. Do need to talk about coverage of Zozo, like we were saying. Minimal coverage, about 3 hours a night.
Terrible coverage again.
I don't think they didn't have people to broadcast it for some reason.
They were showing the final group when they were on, I want to say 5th or 6th hole.
Yeah.
So you never saw them from the start.
Yeah. Again, starting from, the second quarter,
Yeah. Of course, but in 2019, right, when Tiger won 2019, you saw every shot, obviously.
He did see every shot. I don't know. I mean, when Tiger's playing, I mean, it's must-see viewing. I mean, like we were saying, PTOs, days off.
Do you think last week, if Tiger was playing, they would have shown every shot right from the start instead of joining on the back nine?
I think yes. I think there would have been more coverage.
Absolutely,
for sure.
So something would have happened, whether it was with Golf TV or Golf Channel, I don't know what, but they would have definitely
Oh, I mean, when he was playing, it's literally like they're again, exclusive coverage. We buy PG Tour, but again, you have to have proper people being able to, the crew to do it and to broadcast. I heard there was only like 3 camera guys out there at one point, like something crazy. So Tiger, yeah, of course the coverage would have been. We would have been able to see every shot of Tiger because that's what draws people's eyeballs. I understand Hideki down the stretch doesn't, but like, you're right. Like, what if Tiger was in the field? Would anything have been different? In terms of the coverage.
Well, I mean, they would have obviously
you make a point.
Yeah, but I guess, what, they would have known that he's playing, so they probably would have prepared differently anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the groupings. I did know that I did see they had spectators, but I think it was like 5,000 a day. Did
I'm
you?
not sure. Not sure.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But yeah, so you know, I mean, you gotta be able to see the product, and especially if you're paying extra for it, and we got to figure out a way to do this. Again, this is 2021. These you're promoting, and got to talk about, bless you. We got to talk about, gotta say you're so good looking. We got to talk about the fact that this is like Japan's open in terms of like professional, you know, PGA Tour style golf. I mean, this is obviously a relatively new event. It's only been there twice. Yeah. And so like, why are we making this like, it's a limited field, and it's a $10 million purse. Like we were saying, it's in list essentially. I don't know. Is there a bigger golf market than the Japanese market of, you know, for golf?
Probably not.
You know, and then you also have Tiger and Hideki. I mean, this isn't just like some event. This is like people should go over and play this. Like this should be like I don't want to say a mandated event, but like, you know, part of me thinks that like part of like the, what is it, like the Super Golf League and like all of these things that it's like, you know, it's 20 events and you're going to wind up playing. These are mandatory. Like maybe this is maybe pushing the PGA Tour in a direction that is more or less able to say, hey, you know, we need to be able to show our best players around the world. This is a world tour. I don't quite understand why, you know, we're not in Japan very often. We have to be, if you want to be a world tour, you have to make your product accessible around the world. And part of that is playing around the world. I just, I mean, you know, right.
I agree. I feel like I mean, you see it with all these other leagues, right? Like obviously NFL has all these games in England or Europe or wherever they are. London, I think. London. Yeah. So they're trying to, you know, increase their market share in those areas. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a world tour, what they want to be. And yeah, they definitely should be coming to different places. But I don't know how they can really push the guys, their top stars to want to go to some of these places. But I'm sure there's ways behind the scenes.
It's just funny because, like, you know, we're going to get into, saw some news come out about players applying to play in the Saudi international, right? And like, you know, one of those players, well, again, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but like is DJ. And like DJ wasn't playing in Japan, but he's going to go over and wants to play in Saudi, right?
Well, I don't understand how they're applying for it when Jay Monahan said anybody who goes over there will not be a tour member. Yeah. So I don't
know. Was it about that event, or was that about the PGL or whatever the fuck it was? I thought it was more about that.
It could be. I interpret it as that, like just in that event in general, if you go over there and play. I don't know. So maybe it was just about the PGL, but I mean, if he does, I don't know, I'd have to go back and read his statement. But if he does allow guys to go after saying what he said, it's kind of a bitch move.
That's kind of what I'm saying is like, you know, we have this, getting back to the Zozo and the fact that like this is a prime time, and again, you can make it prime time. Like it's possible to shift the tee times to like be earlier. Like it's possible to do different things. But like we were saying, I just think that when you want to showcase your product around the world, you got to be able to get, you know, again, it wasn't a bad field, but at the same time, you're missing some of the people that watch the PGA Tour religiously around the world want to see, you know, who would never get a chance to see a DJ, right? Like, you know, it live in person. Like, you know, we're lucky. We get to not have to travel halfway around the world for most of these events, right? So anyways, just some quick thoughts on growing the game internationally, if you will, and especially in a market like Japan. And I just think it might be a good opportunity to maybe reassess what we're doing with this event, and not put it in the middle of the fall schedule, or put it in the middle of the fall schedule, but give players like 2 weeks to get there and get home, and don't have like continuous events where like we're going to preview the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, which is a great segue. But like you're looking at the field there,
terrible.
It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not taking anything away from these guys. They're great players, obviously, but like the strength of the field is clearly weaker than most normal events.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I just think, maybe we need to look into some of this kind of not mandatory anything, but more or less like more incentives to play in places, and with a schedule that works for these guys, not add stress through their lives. I mean, I understand they're playing golf for a living, but that's stressful, especially when you're trying to make it, which like there was Q school, right? And you have guys who, it's tough to play golf for a living. So anyways, Zozo, congratulations, Hideki. Golf in Japan is great. It's a beautiful golf course, tree lines. I don't know if we'd love it.
See, I'm not a big fan of the course. Me, like we had the chat last week on types of golf courses. Yes. That course to me is so blah and boring. It does nothing for me. Watching it on TV does absolutely nothing for me.
Would love to be invited to play it though. Love to play it one day.
I wouldn't even be excited to play it.
I heard like Xander was like comparing it to like, the kind of treatment that you get at Augusta. That's what he was saying.
Yeah. The treatment, whatever, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they treat you amazing there, but I'm saying just course, it just doesn't do anything for me.
Well, we'll talk about a course in a little bit when we go around the world to some other world tours. But let's talk about the Bermuda Championship, the Butterfield Bermuda Championship. New sponsor, I guess. Is it a new? It was Bermuda Championship. Yeah, it's a thing. Brian Gay won.
Sounds like a new. Speaking of which, when's the last time someone has gone missing in Bermuda Triangle?
The Bermuda Triangle. Yeah. I don't know. I
don't think so.
You'd hear it more. You'd think you'd hear more about it, but I guess we'll see. Hopefully no one lose anyone on this week. So yes, we're going to Port Royal Golf Club in Southampton, Bermuda. Where I think it's not a long course. It's like 68-28.
Wow, super short for those guys.
Obviously the grass is bent and right. No, I'm kidding. It's in Bermuda. It's Bermuda grass, and greens are Bermuda. And are
you sure?
6 point, dude. Yes. Right. Yes, it is. It is. 6.5 million purse. Winner gets 1.2. It's gonna be on Golf Channel, probably for 20 minutes. So I don't know. I saw some of the field. We have, who do we got? We got Matt Fitzpatrick, Christian Bezadenhout. Patrick Reed is like probably one of the top ranked players that will be playing it. Mito Pereira, Adam Hadwin. See, like there's some interesting names. I do have some other people who are in the field this week, which I must say. Ready for this? Olin Brown, Daniel Chopra, Tommy Gainey, Robert Garrigus.
Tommy Gainey. Garrigus. Wow.
Gotta thank Dan Rappaport from Golf Digest providing this info, because it was just way easier to look at it this way. Jonathan Kay, Frank Licklider III, John Merrick, Parker McLaughlin, Ted Purdy, who I believe I might have played a round of golf with during like a pro-am thing. Maybe we got to talk to Ted about that. Back where the hell was it? I'll figure it out. And Heath Slocum and Paul Stankowski. So if those names don't make you want to get up for this event, I don't know what does. It's amazing. It's amazing. The tweet, by the way, that had all this had a Nike Sasquatch driver, a big break, and Tiger in his famous pleats, bringing the pleats back from the early 2000s with all these names. I don't know, Dave. Do you have any thoughts?
No, I have
about the Butterfield Bermuda Championship.
I will probably watch Not even a second of this event this week.
All right.
Honest. Yeah.
Well, it does end on Halloween, so that should be fun.
Yeah, I won't be watching.
So any shot at picking a winner, considering you want to get another one that almost is a hot streak?
I'm gonna go, since I got last week right, I'm on a roll. I'm gonna go with Adam Hadwin.
Oh,
yeah,
Canadian like it.
Yeah,
Canadian. All right, I like that pick. Take it to the bank. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this. I'm feeling like a I got nothing. I'm gonna go Mito Pereira. That's where I'm gonna go with.
That's a name.
That's a name. That's a name. Guys might win immediately on tour. That's
never know.
Holland Corn Ferry. Don't know. So yeah, that's those are your picks. Again, we haven't said in a while, not financial advice. But yeah, let's quickly go around the world. The European Tour had an event at it was the Mallorca Golf Open.
Yeah.
Mallorca. Jeff Winther wins it. Danish dude. Wins. Dude got stuck in a bathroom on Sunday before his final round at his hotel. He was in the bathroom, taking a shower. His wife came in to use the bathroom or something. That seems to be the story. There's no lock on the bathroom, which is interesting. Where even was it? I don't even know where it was. No lock on the bathroom. But the door got jammed, and they were with their 2 kids. And the 6-year-old daughter wound up going to to find help to get this, to knock the door in. They said he was in there for 45 minutes. He thankfully didn't miss his tee time, went out and won. I mean, does the kid get any? Does his daughter get any of the paycheck for making sure he got there?
Well, I mean, the first mistake was they never had their phone with them. That's why always bring your phone into the washroom. You never know. There you go. What if you fall or something and you gotta, you never know. So
never know. Yeah. That's a good piece of advice for the people. I typically will generally have it with me. And
the only reason maybe you wouldn't is if it's charging. You got to go look at it last minute.
You can bring a charger into the bathroom.
You could, yeah.
Just be careful. But yeah, crazy story there. Also, Ward mentioned earlier talking about the course. This course was in some pretty terrible shape. I mean, I saw that. There were like blotches on the greens. Just like the fairways are all fucked up, and but yeah, good for Danish guy winning, gets stuck in a bathroom. Good for the 6-year-old. She's going places. Yeah, she's definitely going places. Gotta talk about on the Champions Tour, Bernhard Langer, oldest person ever to win a Champions Tour event at age 64. That gives him 42 Champions Tour wins. 42. Insane. That's 3 away from Hale Irwin's record of 45.
He'll pass that. No problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is the oldest. So he's got, and just so we're clear, he does have 3 PGA Tour wins.
How many? 3?
2 of them are the Masters. Yeah,
3
of them are the Masters.
Yeah, that's crazy.
2 of them are the Masters.
I guess he was a late
42. He's got 42 European Tour wins.
Okay, yeah, he was a European. Yeah. I mean, obviously, an amazing player. No matter how you spin it.
And it comes down to just work ethic, man. I mean, this guy he cares about. He's some of the best shape of his life. I actually played the golf course. I think it's called Woodfield Country Club in I think it's like Boca Raton, Florida. And I was fortunate to play there one time. And he's got this house on near an island green. It's fucking sick. But I mean, you could see. I mean, he's grinding. You see him at the range. You see, it's. And then when I did have a chance to go to the Masters, I just watched him just.
Me too.
Beautiful draws on 10.
I saw him tee off on the 6th hole, the par 3.
Yeah.
No, sorry, the 4th hole. the other
fourth,
part.
yeah,
The longer one.
He's just the longer one.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. The Bernhard longer one. Yeah, so crazy. I mean, I think he's won like 15 years in a row on the Champions Tour since like 2007 or something like that. I mean, it's pretty wild. It doesn't really get talked about. Wanted to bring it up while we're talking Champions Tour. Phil Mickelson back in the news again. This is should say Dominion Energy Charity Classic is the first playoff event of the Charles Schwab Cup. I think that's the deal. But yeah, so Phil is playing in the first playoff event because he's won like 3 fucking times already on the tour, and winds up getting into with a reporter, probably a local guy. I'm not sure. Basically questioning his driving accuracy Wednesday, I think it's Thursday or Wednesday before the tournament. Saying that he's like 81st like in accuracy or whatever, and Phil says to him, I don't really pay attention to stats that are irrelevant, and like I'm just trying to hit it the longest I possibly can. And that's what he did. And you know what Phil did? Phil went out. We're playing 3 rounds, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wound up making 2 9s on the 9th hole, which is the par 5, pumping 2 balls OB basically each time.
Yeah. So then they asked him again after. He's like, yeah, my statement was probably wrong in saying that.
Yeah, pretty hilarious. But Phil, the making a 9 on 9. I mean, that's
to be honest, I don't know why you would say that. Fairways definitely matter. If Phil could have hit maybe 15% more fairways in his career, he'd probably have another 10, 15 wins.
One fairway in 2006 at Wingfoot.
Yeah.
I mean, what he was hoping.
That was just a boneheaded move anyways. He could have easily just taken an iron off the tee and won the event easily. So so Phil, I saw him get back to someone on Twitter saying, I was wrong. I think he took some but I do have to say he didn't speak to the media, I think, on like that Friday and Saturday, because I don't know whether it was because of this. I don't know. Just interesting. Phil's an interesting guy for sure. And, you know, being the boss of a Champions Tour, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to nearly touch. Do you think he could get to Bernhard Langer's? Do you think he wants to break the, do you think he cares about any records on the Champions Tour? No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
No.
I was just thinking, because I mean, Phil could win 45 events very easily on the Champions Tour.
I agree. I don't think he cares to, though. I think
he's also playing PGA Tour. I mean, still, how long do you think he's going to play the PGA Tour for?
I can see him playing.
What is he? 51 right now?
50 or 51? 51. Yeah. 51. I can see him playing at least another 5 years
on the PGA Tour. And very interesting. Yeah, it's again won the fucking PGA this past year. We're talking about Phil Mickelson, 50 years old, won the PGA. Nuts. All right, so Phil, hilarious, 2 9s on 9, amazing. Very familiar with it. Jin Young Ko on the LPGA Tour wins the BMW Ladies Championship, and I think this was in Asia too. I forgot. She's a 200th. It's a 200th LPGA Tour win from someone from South Korea, which is amazing. So good for Jin Young Ko. She had like some crazy streak of rounds in the 60s, and like it got broken on like that first day, but then wound up shooting in the 60s the rest of the time. I think she tied Annika Stormstad's record of some sort. I forgot exactly what the number is, but that's some world tour news. Pretty interesting stuff. Did want to just get to some news that we did see this week. We did mention earlier about 8 players asking the PGA Tour for permission to play in the Saudi International. DJ Graham McDowell, who's a defending champion, Abe Answer, Lee Westwood, Tommy Fleetwood, Henrik Stenson, Kevin Na, and your boy Jason Kokrak. No judgment here. the reason why we're bringing this up is because, you know, this is a tournament in Saudi Arabia, and there's some questionable things going on in and around that country. And but to see these guys want to get over there and get paid. I mean, they do pay how much? What's an appearance fee over there? Like what? A million?
Probably 3 mil, at least a mil.
Yeah.
Probably. With some of the guys, who knows, probably more.
Yeah,
3 mil maybe.
So pretty interesting. You know, again, no judgments, just questionable scheduling decisions. I don't know. So I think they're waiting to hear back from the PGA Tour. Like we were saying, we don't know whether that was directed at them playing events in Saudi Arabia.
Honest, you can't blame the guys. If someone's throwing $1 million at me to come play an event, I'm going.
7 figures to go play a golf tournament for 4 days. Yeah, not a bad deal. But morals, principles, does that matter? Do you have any? Do you have? I mean, you know why I'm bringing this up. I mean,
but I mean, I'm not doing these crazy things. I'm just going to play golf. I don't know.
Just trying to get paid, man.
Trying to get paid.
So we'll see who is granted permission to get out there. Again,
to me, it's either all or none. Like, I don't see why they would grant permission for some and not the others. Like, for others,
dude, I don't know, but beyond our pay grade. We're just bringing you the news of what's happening, just letting you know. You know, people trying to, make some money. And then I get it. And speaking about people trying to make some money, dude, get this. There's over 20,000 counterfeit clubs, components, and pieces, and apparel and shit seized in China in a bunch of raids. I mean, it was like Ping, Titleist, Scotty Cameron, Strixon, all this stuff. I guess just be careful where you're getting your golf equipment. If it says it's from China, maybe you might want to check that out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some crazy stuff. I don't know.
What isn't counterfeit nowadays? Literally everything.
Oh, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. You're playing a knockoff. What driver you got now? Ping 410?
410 max.
Yeah.
Speaking of counterfeit, when I was young, when I first started playing golf, my dad came home with a set of TaylorMade knockoffs. They were Tracker, they were called, and they looked exactly like the burners. And he also came home with King Cobra knockoff. They were King Serpent, I believe.
I've seen those.
They look, exactly the same as the Cobras back at that time. So
except they have different names printed on them. These ones that were seized have the same fucking names as the OEM. So pretty wild. Yeah, I think I had what was your first set of irons? Your first set of golf gloves? That you could like your first real set of gloves.
I think it might have been these TaylorMade knockoffs, Tracker. And then I went to Ping I2s. And then
black?
I went
blacked out.
Yeah, black. And then I went to Callaway Big Bertha X12.
Oh man, do you still have one of those in your bag? You said, right?
I do. Yeah.
The 2-iron.
Well, I have the X14 of the.
It's the upgraded to the X14. But so you had the Callaway X12s.
I'm pretty sure they were the X12 or X13. I want to say X12 though.
Wait, what did you say the first ones were again? What was the first set again? Not the knockoffs, like your first
Ping I2. Ping
I2s, right? Yeah. Nice, dude.
Yeah, they were the X12s after that. So.
X12s, nice.
The set of pings I still have.
Love the I2s.
Yeah, those are like a collectible
classic
at this point.
Classic item. Yeah. What iron did you have? Like a 3-iron or a 2-iron or
3-iron? I've always been a 3-iron guy my whole life. 3-iron. And then wedge? As far as woods, I was a Callaway. Had a Big Bertha.
Oh yeah, baby. Steelhead? Did you have a steelhead?
No.
All right.
And when I was growing up, the most popular driver, I'm sure for you too, was the Titleist 975D. That was
you
like
can bet you
every kid playing the tournaments
with
had
the like the maroon graphite shaft on it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I fucking love that driver.
Yeah.
You know that. Yeah, the D. It's crazy when you're looking at that club and then like you see like the J and then yeah. But my first set of irons was a set of Tommy Armour Silver Scots.
Oh,
Those
wow.
were
Nice.
those were pretty fucking money, honestly. Love those. I was like obsessed with like Titleist DCI irons and everything back in the day, but I don't know, I got the Silver Scots, they were great. And then I got a set of Cleveland TA3 gunmetals.
Me too. I had the TA3s at later on. Not the gunmetal, just the
regular, but they were
they were
sick,
nice,
man. They were so nice. Yep. And yeah, I just got a set of TaylorMade P750s now. So what do you have now?
Right now my Nike VR
Vaporfly?
Pro Blades.
VR Pro
not
Blades.
the Vapor. Yeah, but
VR
I am gonna get a new set.
That's like Tiger from 2005 VR Pro Blades, right?
Probably, yeah, something like
yeah.
That. But yeah, no, I'm gonna retire them this winter and
gonna upgrade them.
I think I'm leaning towards Mizuno.
Nice blades again.
Yeah, I think so. I just like the feel and look them too much.
This must be nice being able to hit those consistently. As you slightly sheepishly back away from them right now. No, dude, that's cool, man. I was just curious because we'll get into some club talk at some point maybe, and maybe hear some suggestions. But yeah, that basically, I don't know, Dave, I mean, feeling good we're going into Bermuda, the
basically an off week. Basically an off week.
Bermuda Championship. We got, I think, some Champions Tour stuff, some playoffs and some Q School stuff still going on, and all that stuff. So, world of golf never stops, and we just appreciate you guys hanging with us. If you have made it to the end, hit the subscribe button, give us a positive review, rate us 5 stars, do something. That's how you support us. We appreciate your help. And thank you to those of you who have left those positive reviews. So yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you again. Dave, it was a pleasure, my friend.
You too, man.
Enjoy the week. Oh, good guy. I just forgot. Congratulations on another win. Must be nice rooting for a good football team in the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, this Thursday's looking a little rough now, though, with Devontae on the missing. Well, I mean, he has a chance, though. If he has 2 negative tests in the next 24, 48 hours, whatever it is, he can play.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Well, another week of the NFL. Can't believe the Giants won this week. I don't know what. I saw Daniel Jones make a catch. He looked like Odell Beckham Jr. They like laid him out, but I mean, probably made one of the nicest catches the Giants have made all year. Our star quarterback, who was concussed 2 weeks ago,
I saw that. Yeah.
Couldn't walk. Pretty insane. Again, golf podcast. Sorry about that, folks. You have just been double crossed. We are out. Peace.